Good morning. It's the 4th of July. We're gonna celebrate by going to La Paz. I had a flight from San Diego to La Paz in the Citation, and my equipment, I don't know, it was just an experiment. My equipment doesn't seem to stay up and running for more than 30 minutes. It starts failing where I cannot control the aircraft. So when we got from San Diego to La Paz, close to an hour, which is too long. So this one says it's going to go 9 minutes down here. And we start off at 100,000 feet. It says 80,000 feet here. And it starts off at Mach 3, so the Scram Jets are about to kick in, and that kicks you up to Mach 9 plus. And so we'll be getting down here to La Paz a lot faster. And Mexico, Baja, or Baja California del Sur, maybe is what they call it. I don't know. They got some name, but Baja, we call it Baja. I mentioned the Baja 1000. They used to race. I don't know whether they still have the race where they raced down and back up 1,000 miles through these little Mexican towns, and it's amazing more people didn't get killed. Anyway, we're going to be shooting down here, and I'll try to recall some of these interesting places. It's fun to look at. Of course, anytime I fly along the coast, it's fun to look at. So let's get going. We're going to be up at 100,000 feet. We aren't going to be in the Pitts Special. That's one right side up. Oh, nobody's in it. Okay, so here we go. We don't need that. We'll get that off. Ready to fly. We'll go ahead and say ready to fly. And we're gonna go ahead and stop it just a second here. Active pause to get on the Scramjet. I don't have a co-pilot or an autopilot in this thing. And we'll cancel flight following.
Mazatlan Center, Experimental 7 Bravo, Charlie, cancel flight following.
So we'll get that out of the way.
Experimental 7 Bravo, Charlie, Mazatlan Center, cancellation received.
Turn on the
Clock 1200.
master
Frequency
battery.
change approved.
That's on. And then we have to kick this power all the way up, and then we have to click each side to get it into afterburner. Otherwise, we aren't going to get very far. And then we get back up here, and so when we kick it in gear, it'll be on course over San Diego. Let's just look down here real quick here. We'll go ahead and get that on. There we go. So we look down at San Diego. Let's see here. Let's see here. There's San Diego right back there, and we are underway. So let's see what this is right here. Toggle active pause. There we go again, and we'll go ahead and we've got the throttle all the way up. We've got everything on. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's go outside, get on the tail. There we go. Get it stabilized here. Let's see if we're to Ensenada. This is Ensenada right here, which is inlet. Ensenada, I think, means inlet. Maybe that's the inlet right there. And let's see what we're doing in speed. We're at Mach 3. And we're dropping down like a rock. See if we can get, I know we're going to end up over here on the East Coast. And at this altitude, we can kind of go right down the center. We're getting a little left of course, so that's right. I figured that out real fast. And let's see here, we're up to 90,000 feet. Yeah, they used to do the Baja 1000. I imagine it's mostly over there. This looks pretty rough on this side. So I never looked at where the race course was. And we'll go down over Mulahay. And I don't know what some of these places are, but there were 100,000 feet. Let's get down here. Let's go inside and get it running on course. We're at 9.6. Get it stabilized here. Pretty good, right down the peninsula. Okay, we'll go back outside and we'll look at what we're going to look at. We're not quite to Mulahay yet. San Clemente Island, that might be something like that out there. And we'll go by Mulahay. I'll recognize that bay, but this is not Mulahay there. And over on the other side, over here, we're gonna finally get down to Mazatlan. And let's see if we are supposed to talk to somebody here. Request flight following. No, we don't need to do any of that. And 114,000. We're staying up at Mach 9.7, almost Mach 10. Yeah, it was too slow. My friend just died. Chuck said he used to go fishing on the west coast out of here. I don't know what kind of fish they got, but tuna's one of the favorites. You have to go pretty far out for tuna, maybe 50 miles. Okay, now I can see where Mulahay is. When I was getting my flight instructor's rating, going back to college in Monterey, I went to the little community college, Monterey Peninsula College, and I got my flight instructor's rating. And the company where I was at, it was Monterey Piper, Monarch Aviation is what they called it. And they were talking about every winter they came down, and of course by the time I got in there, they just got back from Mulahay. And Mulahay is right down in here, and they I think lived in grass huts. And I guess it was warm enough that they could do that. And again, we look across here, and Mazatlan is a little bit to the south. When we get to La Paz, I think Mazatlan is almost straight across Baja, California, or the Gulf of California, maybe. I forget what they call that. So there goes Mulahay, and then they've got a San Jose Island along in here, and I'll be able to spot. We might overshoot it a little bit, but I'll be able to spot La Paz because we get to the end of Baja California. It's a little bit before the end, and we can probably start down. We can bring up the chart, see how we're doing. Let's see here. We go out. Let's see here. 200, and we'll move this down here. And we get to the right a little bit. And we're still, now we're Mach 8.7. We're a little bit too high. That's all right. There's La Paz Airport. Click on that. It should say LAP. That's close enough to La Paz, huh? And let's see here. Click this. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's La Paz right there. So we take the power off, and you can see the tip down here. La Paz is right in there. And we're going to put the air brakes out, and we're going to start dropping like a rock here. Yeah, we're coming down. Get the nose down. Yeah, we'll go down to the tip. We'll look across toward Mazatlan to see if that's Mazatlan right there. It doesn't want to say. Let's see. Of course, being in Mexico, it's a little different. But we'll say that's Mazatlan. Yeah, well, the Z in it, that's probably Mazatlan. So we'll go straight across from the tip. So when we look over here, Mazatlan's going to be over that way. So we're at 100,000. We're going to just look at a couple of airports at the end and come back in and land to the north at La Paz. And we're looking right down at La Paz, and I can see the airport right there. We were on final approach with the Cessna citation longitude, and we lost control. And it was pretty boring. My interpretation or my description was pretty bad. Okay, we're idling and we're dropping down at 30,000 feet a minute. So we'll start turning around here when we get down to about 50,000. And I've never been to the little towns here in the end. The closest I've been to here, I got to Ensenada, where I had a little accident in my Volkswagen convertible in 1962. And a Mexican driver ran a stop sign, hit me. It turns out he was quite wealthy, and he fixed the Volkswagen. We had to leave it there for a couple of weeks. They called us when it was ready, and we went back down. Actually, we didn't have enough to ride the bus home, take the bus home. They gave us some money to get home. After the act, we did have a little time in jail. They took us straight to jail. Of course, we'd been drinking at Husson's bar. Okay, and I'm going to start coming around. We're at 50,000 feet, and go back into La Paz. So that's when you're young, that's what happens. Okay, we'll bring it around. We're back down under Mach. We probably wish now we want to kick in the power, and we got to kick in the afterburners, because it's going to take us a little while to get back to La Paz. Take off those. $30,000 feet, and we should get up above Mach. and it's not controlling real well, so we may have difficulty. Let's get in behind here. Yeah, it seems to be controlling pretty well. So we're heading back to La Paz, because that's where I'm going to say we're going. We tried to go there in the citation and it didn't quite make it. The citation took too long. It's too great a distance for YouTube's. Look at these dry lake beds here. Wow. So you can see it does get some rain. We'll get a hurricane through here now and then. It'll really, and we're really moving out. So we're getting back there. We're at Mach 1.48. And we're at 9,000 feet. So it says we're doing 900 knots, truing out at 900 knots, so we're doing 1,000 miles an hour. We're making a lot of noise. So we'll bring the power back. Punta Arena. It may not be La Paz, but looks like it. And we'll look back the other way. We'll see if it says La Paz when we get up there. Anyway, we'll land at Punta Arena. We'll see if, we can find out here, looking at the chart. Well, that's La Paz over there. Well, let's go back up. And we'll go over, I think we go over the ridge, yeah. You can see the light area, that's the highlands, and so we'll go over this ridge. So we'll stay out here on the coast. We don't have to go direct. Well, it's kind of right in there. We gotta get it pointing at the airport. And we'll put on the afterburners again. That will help us get there a little quicker. Looks like they do have water. Looks like they're growing some crops down there. Okay, we're heading right toward the airport looking at this. And it wouldn't say La Paz on there. Let's see if we get it in here, see if it says it. But it's La Paz. It is La Paz. Whoops. Don't want to go up too far. Yeah, it's going to be right in there. Yeah, now we're just going to start coming back. How far are we? We have 20 miles, so we have to start slowing down here. Start slowing down and getting down. We don't need to charge anymore because I'm going to see the airport here before long. I'll look over toward La Paz. And I found out the word Ensenada means this is called La Paz and Ensenada de La Paz. Right there. So it's inlet. I think La Paz means inlet. We'll look for the runway here. I haven't seen it quite yet. And it was right along in here where I lost total control of the longitude. Just so far as we have control here. I think we don't need to slow it down anymore. We got to keep it at about 200. So I have to watch for the airport. We might have to bring the chart back in. I thought I saw a little flash. I don't see any airport along in there. Outside the city. Let's get the chart up again. Yep, around to the right. Yeah, we're keeping our speed up. Still haven't seen the airport. Yeah, it might be right over in there. Yeah, I think I see it now. Right there. So we'll keep coming across this way and then we'll turn right to get lined up with the airport. And we're getting a little slow. Get the gear down. And we'll get on the tail. Put this up in the upper left-hand corner, just in case you get lost. Coming around. I think that's the runway right there. I saw a wheel. Too slow. We'll get a little closer here. .200 is good. Crash landing. A little balloon. Here we go. A little bounce. There we go, a little air brake. Take the brakes in. Get ready to use the regular brakes. There we go. Got a little extra runway there. Wonder what that is. That's the runoff in case you land like I did. So we'll just go straight in and pretend like our operation is right here in the end. Look out, mister. Here we go. There it is. So we'll turn on the brakes, go inside, and start shutting things off. Let's see here. Let's try this right there. Try that. There's no hatch. But we'll go back outside and look around at La Paz. Maybe see across the bay is out that way. Okay. Yeah, we'll look toward town. Pretty dry. Anyway, thanks for riding along. Sorry about my equipment getting tired. Well, I'm getting tired too. So anyway, see a few cars moving around. Maybe our bus is coming for us. Okay, thanks for riding along. Adios.